feels a bit like the early days of 3D printing to me with this CNC machine. Like I'm watching magic take place in front of me. I can't take my eyes off of it.
It's Monday night. I spent an awesome weekend in Victoria with my family on vacation, and now it's time to get this week started. I got a very busy week, so let's start with this. I got a Nikon P900 for decently cheap off a random website, MPB or something. And that means I'm finally gonna make the P900 mount you guys, some of you have been asking for. It's also really hot here right now, so I've paused 3D printing just for the next day or two because I have enough in stock. This office's AC can't keep up. Might restart it again tomorrow, if not the day after. But tonight I just need to get all the orders from the weekend out and get prepped for my shoot tomorrow. I got 18 sales over the weekend, which is great. Let's get these labels on the boxes so I can go home and go to sleep. Let's run the time lapse. They're all ready to go and I am out the door. I'm gonna pop them into the mailbox and get home so that I can sleep before my shoot.
I made it for my shoot early and got the drones up just in time, then headed to the studio in the afternoon.
I finally got my hands on a Nikon P900. Isn't this interesting how the threaded hole is completely offset from the center? I have never seen that on a camera before in my entire life. I can see why those of you who have been reaching out want me to make a mount for the P900. This is a very awkward setup. Like it sits on the tripod right over here. Odd. I'm gonna 3D scan this, model it, and get it ready to go as fast as I can for you guys. Hopefully this week, maybe next week. Today I'll be flying this Red Kite 2 with the GoPro 12 sub 250 drone for some real estate interiors, as well as the trusty Mavic 3 Pro. I'm doing a bunch of drone shoots Tuesday, Wednesday, so I'm kind of in and out of the office recharging and shooting. I'm gonna pick away at a couple things on the print farm and with the Macara, but for the most part I'm just working client work for the first 2 days, and then I have a big shoot Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday I get to work on the fun stuff. So I'm curious, are you guys interested in seeing some client work? Are you interested in videography, drones, that kind of thing? Or are you more just interested in 3D printing and making and creating stuff? Let me know.
Before I knew it, it was back to the skyscraper to capture some more drone visuals and time lapses for my client, slept, woke up, and did it again to capture more varieties of different lighting conditions. I did get to break up the week with a quick trip over to my friend Kamal's 3D printing shop Next 3D. It's like tech Candyland in there. He sells 3D printers and filament from Bamboo Lab, Prusa, and a lot of other companies, as well as custom prints for his own clients. And this is where I get all of my bamboo filament. But he's always got some new toy to show me, like this support cutting tool.
20,000 RPMs.
Whoa.
Here's something I can show you how it works. So
Hey.
it's just a chunk of metal.
That's literally what I was going to buy,
Really?
so yeah.
As well as his new line of filament named Philippoly.
Funky doodles, dragons, benchies, rolls of filament, nozzles.
Nice.
Our tagline is from imagination to creation. And yeah, it's a high-speed PLA, comes with the instructions, similar to Bamboo Lab. And it's a refill.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, this is wood.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That looks good.
This is the failure, this is the, I call success.
All right.
We are testing out super soft filaments to see if one will work for my P1000 eyepiece. That was pretty cool. Now I have like an hour and a half in the studio before I need to have all my gear packed up for my final sunset shoot with this construction drone client. So I'm gonna unpack, get a few prints running, a bit outside, and do a little bit of modeling, but really I'm just doing client work. I try to turn around my edits as fast as possible so that people aren't waiting for their content. Since I started this weekly vlog in the studio, I've been noticing that my weeks are kind of all over the place. I'm doing a little bit of everything. And it's been really interesting to notice how just a little bit every day moves the needle forward. And that's all I'm trying to do right now. I have to make money for my family, so I only get so much time to work on my side hustle. But every little bit helps to get you towards your goals. So you're seeing that sporadically, a little bit every day. I've just got to get those boxes into the Canada Post box before I head out. One more sunset shoot, one more full day shoot, and then I finally get to spend some actual quality time in my studio and make some progress. Then Thursday, I spent all day editing and filming for a big event in Gastown. And Friday, I swapped my prints, receiving some threaded inserts, and was in post-production for clients all day. Back at it finally. I am tweaking the settings based on the prints that Kamal made for me for the P1000 eyepiece. So first thing I did when I got in here was do that. So I have a new version. We're gonna print it with TPU for AMS on the back, and then a super soft foamy TPU for the front. And hopefully that will make it really soft to touch the eye. And I made it a lot smoother, a lot nicer on this next design. So I just sent that to the printer, and that'll keep going for about 30 minutes. The other project I wanted to make some progress on today is making a NATO rail out of aluminum with the Macara Carvera Air. So Kamal actually had a spare piece of aluminum because I haven't ordered any yet. So it's a little bit too big to fit in the Carvera Air. But I saw online that you can take the back panel off, pop it in. We're gonna just do a simple cut right in the middle, cut it in half, and then I'll have two usable pieces. I've had a difficult run getting this thing to actually start cutting. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, so this is my 10th try. For some reason, every single time I get to this point after the probing, it just stops. And then when I try to restart it, it doesn't start again. But I think I figured it out and I think I fixed it. So now we change the tool and then press start. I think I got it. I think I might have fixed whatever my error was. I don't really know how I fixed it, but I think I might have. That's a good sign. It feels a bit like the early days of 3D printing for me with this CNC machine. Like I'm watching magic take place in front of me. I can't take my eyes off of it. Just for reference, this is a sound test of it with the enclosure open. It's definitely better with it closed. Not gonna lie, today's been a bit of a frustrating day. However, I got that to work, which is great, and the latest version of the eyepiece is looking great. I'm gonna send it off to Kamal so he can print it for me next week. It fits really nice, really snug. I think it's gonna be the one. Depending on how the really soft foamy material works, I might have to do one more, but we're definitely getting there. The Carvera finished the first side, and then I flipped the stock over and cut it from the other side. While I was waiting, I did get a scan in of the P900 camera and some print processing. After all that, we have two separate pieces of metal. It did a very clean cut, and I know more about CAM software, so that's a big perk. That's all the time I have for today, so my next week is gonna be less busy, which is great. I have a lot less shoots and less client work to finish because I got so much of it done this week, which is good so that I can spend a bit more time on the shop. If it felt like this video was a little all over the place, that's because it was, and my week felt like chaos. But here we are at the end of it, and we have two pieces of aluminum. That's what we have to show for it. I'm excited to turn these aluminum blocks into some products. I'm very excited about a few of the ideas, so Stay tuned. I'll see you guys next week.